Happy Sunday. This is Kelly with IfYouHaveAnEgg.com, and today is Sunday, October the 24th, and this is chat number 245 titled H2O Go. And we're going to talk a little bit more about water here in just a few minutes. Let me get caught up to you here so I can see all of your comments and tell you hello. If you are brand new, please do let us know, because we love to welcome new people. To everyone else, I'm almost normal. I'm nearly normal. I'm at probably, I don't know, 97% of my actual voice tonight. Don't even have a cough drop ready, because I'm that confident that we were going to make it through the entire chat without me coughing or losing my voice. So hello and happy Sunday to everybody. It is so good to see you. Please comment if you are here. I can see some hearts and some thumbs ups coming by. I just want to check and make sure that the comments are working, that I don't need to swipe right or left for those. And hello, Kathy from Ohio. So Kathy, awesome that you are the first person to speak, because Casey got your present. Let's see, yesterday, day before yesterday, I guess, and you nailed it with the stickers. So the stickers were perfect for Alyssa. Thank you very much. And hello, Myrna. Hello, Carol Lou. Hello, John from the Slumpy Party. Alyssa is over with John at home base, and they are having a slumpy party tonight. So how many times have you all already watched Raya is all I want to know. And how many chicken nuggets and pizza have been eaten. And let's see, I missed a couple of people. So hello, Other Kathy. Hello, Lynn. Hello, Myra. And hello, Lisa from Arkansas. Hello, Marlene. So welcome, everybody. And this is October the 24th. And I actually had to look down because you know me, I can't keep up with the date. And hello, Sandra from Naperville, Illinois. Hello, Vicki from stormy St. Louis. I think it's headed this way. And yes, Kathy, she does. She loves them. Yeah, you nailed it. You got perfect stickers. Absolutely perfect. And hello, Carol. Hello, Sandy. But again, if you are brand new, let us know, because we love to welcome new people. Everybody's so friendly here. And hello, Trish. Hello, Dixie. And plus, you all have to talk a little bit so that I don't lose my voice again tonight. Just kidding. Y'all can't talk. Okay. And hello, Marlene from Michigan. It's good to see you. Hello, Joanna. I never know how to say that since it has an H in it. Joanna. Hello, Katie. And hello, I missed somebody. Oh, nope, I didn't. I got Katie and Joanna. Yep, good to see you. And hello, Kathy from cold and rainy Iowa. Hello, Bernice from Northeast Texas. So y'all are just from a little bit of everywhere tonight. And hello, Jean. I see you popping up there. Hello, Kim from Ohio. It's good to see everyone. It is so good to be able to talk tonight. So again, if you're brand new, let us know. Hello, Betty Ann, and hello, Tate from Buffalo, New York. And if you're brand new, let us know, because we'd love to welcome you. And also know that I'm at about 97% for my voice. So feeling pretty confident that we were going to make it through the entire chat tonight without me losing my voice or without me coughing. And hello, Sherry from Florida. It is so good to see you. So again, today is October the 24th. It is a Sunday, and I have a couple of announcements for tonight. I'm going to let just a few more people get here before we start talking too much. And hello, Rita from Texas. One of the things is I want to make sure that you all are utilizing everything, and aloha, Kathy, utilizing everything, all of the tools that you have on your app, and especially on the website. If you ever go to the website, I love the app on my phone, and I love the app, using it on my iPad, but there are some things that are just easier to find if you'll go to an actual computer and go ahead and log in. One of them is you can go, there are a bunch of different sections to go to, but I found an article today that I think is very relevant to mine and John's journey, and I think that it is going to be very important to some other people. So a lot of people say, oh, I think WW is just in it for the money. They don't really care about us. They're just looking for some money. No, they're not. They're actually, okay, yes, this is a profit. This is a for-profit business, WW is, but I'm telling you, they continually are updating programs, looking for ways to make us healthy, trying to give us tools that we're not even using just a tiny little drop of the tools that they give us. But today, I found an article that was especially relevant to what John and I have been doing for the last couple of days. And hello, Elaine. This one is it's in the section, it's under the Improve Your Mindset section. I'm going to have Jessica post the link actually to it. And hello, Loretta. Loretta, just checking in. Was it your mom that we need to check in on? Pretty sure it was, but let us know how it's going. But it's under the Improve Your Mindset section, and I'm going to have Jessica put the link in the chat notes. So if you didn't know this, on like Monday, Tuesday each week, and hello, Marianne from Pennsylvania, Jessica posts a written transcript from everything that we talked about on Sunday night. And so you'll be able to go to that link and click on it and go straight to the article. And then Casey posts, even though she's got a 1 month old now, Bo is officially a month old, she posts the YouTube videos like every Monday, Tuesday. So you can go back and watch this later on youtube.com. It's just youtube.com, search If You Have an Egg. But if you go to ifyouhaveanegg.com and look under the chats, then you'll be able to go to this link. But so I found this article today, and it's definitely relevant to what we were going through this weekend. So John's mom had a rough day yesterday. It seems like it was days ago, but it was just yesterday, and we got a call from the facility where she lives, the memory care facility where she lives, that she had fallen and smacked her face. So this really hits home to us right now. So you all know that for the past probably, I don't even know, 10 to 15 years maybe, we have been dealing with parental care, and we've been dealing with parental care more than we've been taking care of our children or grandchildren. But last night we met another family in the emergency room that was from the same facility that John's mother's at, same, rough age, as John's mother, same situation that we were in, trying to make sure that somebody in the emergency room knew that their parent had dementia and was not going to be able to answer any questions, and their loved one was also being brought in an ambulance from the same facility. And hello, Sherry. Sherry says I'm freezing, and I'm watching myself, and I don't see it freezing. So you might want to go out and hop right back in. Could be the internet connection. But they were coming at the same time, and they arrived just after John's mom did. And I just wanted to say, she's okay. She's okay. She's got a busted nose. She looks like, and a banged up arm. She looks like she was in a bar fight. If you ask my opinion, but she's otherwise okay. Nothing's broken. But in my opinion, hello Orlando Debbie. But in my opinion, caring for aging parents, that's the new pandemic. So that's the new pandemic that we are all, having to deal with. So I highly encourage you, hello Sherry, to go and check out this article that I found, and it is because this can definitely, so caring for your aging parents can definitely have an effect on your health and your weight loss, because it has a definite effect on your mindset. But this article was called, it's called Caregiver Burnout Symptoms, and they had some really good, places to link to. Okay, so anyway, that was one thing I wanted to tell you real quick tonight. I also wanted to let you know in a little bit of October news. So October, we were talking about what happens in your body when you eat and drink. A little bit of October news. The new plan has rolled out in Australia. So I've said that out loud now, and that means half of you all are going to stop listening to what I'm saying, and you're going to go search WW New Plan Australia. I know that's getting ready to happen. Please don't do that. It did confirm, a little bit of information that I saw did confirm some of the things that my gut had been telling me, and that we'll continue to talk about tonight. But it did, what I read did confirm that it, and I've been saying this for weeks, and I had no insider information, but I've been saying this for weeks, that I really felt like it was going to be more about what you would eat, not what everyone will eat, like what you will eat, not necessarily what we've been thinking for years that we should eat. So I'm asking you just to be patient again. If you go and kind of snoop around and look, that's fine. But I think, again, from what I saw and from what I read, I think the evaluation is going to be spot on. I think it's going to be pretty much what we've been talking about. I don't see any huge, strange, plans. I think it's all going to be good. The only thing I'm a little bit confused about, and again, when ours rolls out, and I think ours is supposed to roll out. So if you're with us in the United States, and hello, Linda from Rock Island, Illinois. If you are here with us in the United States, I think our plan rolls out November the 11th. So we don't have that long to wait, because today's the 24th. So that's, let's see, 30 days has September, April, June, and November. So that's 31. Oh, well, of course, 31, because Halloween's on the 31st. So that would be, I can't even do this math. So 24, 6, 7. So we're like 18 days away from our plan rolling out. And hello, Marlene in Florida. So we're like 18 days away from our plan rolling out. So we're just shy of 3 weeks of the plan rolling out. So I do encourage you to be patient if you're in the United States. I promise the plans are always a little bit different. So, usually other countries, because this is WW International, so it's worldwide. Historically, the plans rolling out in other countries first have been just a smidge different than ours, but I was highly encouraged by what I saw in Australia, because it really does look like that this is going to be really going to be focused on you. So, Okay, and Myrna says it's rolling out the week of November the 8th. So November the 11th must not be a Sunday because whatever week it's going to roll out, it should start on a Sunday. And hello, Cynthia from Ohio. Anyway, let's just be patient. We're less than a couple of weeks away from this rolling out. So everybody be patient. Okay, so that was my little bit of news, for this week. So again, this month's theme is what happens in your body when you eat and drink. And hello, Sherry from Perrysburg, Ohio. So who got to sit their bottom in a little chair last week? I want to see... let's see. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, Myra asked an excellent question. Myra said, "Do you think if we were online only, we would be able to go to a meeting to get the new info?" I really don't know yet. And hello, Melinda. Oh, Melinda's been at the island in Pigeon Forge. How fun! And I'm glad you went before it started raining because tomorrow apparently is going to be a washout here, Melinda. Okay, and Loretta saw a different day for when it rolls out. I don't know for sure the 11th. That's just what I saw. Again, I've not been given any insider information, so we will just have to be patient and wait. But who got to sit your bottom in a little chair last week? Give me a thumbs up. If you sat your bottom in a chair, if it was a green chair or a white chair, or I think somebody had blue chairs, somebody else had black chairs. So give me a thumbs up. If you sat your bottom in a chair, yep, and Linda's bottom was in a green chair. And give me a heart, thumbs up if you did a Zoom workshop last week. And we're going to go back to the can you attend here in just a second, Myra, and give me some hearts if you watched here with us live last week. Or if you watched later on demand, either here on Facebook, and Marianne was in a green chair. If you watched later on Facebook, or if you watched on youtube.com, search If You Have an Egg. But here are your Bravo stickers. And so congratulations to everybody who attended a workshop or with us or went to a Zoom meeting. So Myra's question was, if you are online only, so if you're digital only, will you be able to attend a meeting to get all the information? I don't know. So I know people hate it when you say I don't know, but I don't know because the reason I don't know is because there is WW International, which is the main company, and then there are franchise locations for WW. So I'm in a franchise location that is Middle and East Tennessee, and I can promise you that the Middle and East Tennessee franchise location would welcome you to come to one in-person workshop for free. I feel confident, I know Gwen would anyway, to come to one in-person workshop for free to get all the information, and to learn, to learn what it's all about. I have no idea what WW International is going to do. I literally have no idea. So that's a whole big, different group, than what a franchise location is. Okay, so we will try to figure it out. We'll try to figure that out, and we'll try to figure out, I have no idea if I can get any information from WW International, but if I find anything out, I will let you know. Okay, so this last week, we were talking about, again, the month of October, what happens in your body when you eat and drink. So last week, we were talking about getting sugar savvy, and I personally figured out that the cranberries that we were getting, that the craisins that we were getting, that I accidentally bought a lower sugar version, and it was at least half the sugar. Okay, now y'all have got my attention. You got my attention. I've got to see what Melinda said. Melinda said she went to a workshop in Sevierville last Tuesday and it was different. They still used paper and had to write info down. Not sure what that means, but okay, we'll have to check that out. Okay, so last week we were talking about getting sugar savvy, and we were talking about the differences between sugar that occurs naturally in food and sugar that is added to food. And I got to tell you, I got some surprises. I think some of the rest of you all got some surprises about things that had sugar added to it that we never would have thought, you wouldn't have thought that you had added sugar in those items. So sugar, naturally occurring sugar, is carbs. And they are naturally occurring in dairy, fruit, vegetables. It's natural sugar, and it can be part of your, your healthy eating plan. Added sugars are ones that are added. So sugars that are added, and most of the time when the sugar is added, it's overly processed sugar. It's like white, overly processed sugar. It's not like normally added sugar is not like a fruit sugar that's added to it. And it's manually added to a food or beverage. So my mom also had, and hello Alicia, my mom also had a subcategory of that, and that was hidden sugars, and that was things. So she, because you all already know that she was diabetic, and her father was too, and he chose a different path than she did. So he chose I'm going to keep my head under a rock and take insulin path. And then my mom decided to do something about it. So in the hidden sugar arena, she started eating. She didn't know it was called eating whole foods, or like it wasn't Whole30, but you know what I mean. She didn't know that that's what she was doing, but she was trying to eat things that were minimally processed so that she could have a bigger abundance of food and not have to worry about her diabetes. So okay, and I'm so sorry. So Sandra says there is going to be a special Zoom. There are going to be special Zoom meetings about the new program. So I think that is going to be a great place to go. I will definitely try to find out some more information on that for you. But my mom found hidden sugars in things like yogurt, because you expect it to be in candy or syrup, because that's just sugar. But she was finding it in things like yogurt, flavored oatmeal, light bread, protein bars, things like that. So she got everything down to the whole food. You don't have to do that. I'm just telling you, we were just telling you, check your sugars, and look at them. So what you can do is you can check the label. You can see how much, if it has sugar or if it has added sugar, and it will, say that on there. If it came in a box, a bag, a jug, or a jar, you need to check the label. So if it's an apple, you don't need to check it because it's an apple, and apples are just apples. But if it's something that came in a box, a bag, a jar, whatever, check the label for sugar and for added sugars. If your favorite convenience food has like if that's giving you sugar shock, then, check the label, maybe make your own, maybe switch to something else, do like I did with the craisins. And now that I've accidentally purchased the 50% less sugar craisins, that's all I'm going to get because it is 50% less sugar. And they taste exactly the same. And look for lower sugar substitutes in, like things like peanut butter, coffee creamer, things like that. Just look and see if they have a lower sugar substitute. So your homework for last week was #skinny-sugar, and you were going to find one of your favorite convenience foods and then check the sugar, and then you tell us how you were going to lighten it up. So we had some great examples last week. Nobody went to Dunkin' or Starbucks and gave me a great recipe, okay? Nobody. So I was expecting that. So that is your extra homework for this week. I'm just kidding. Okay. So here are a couple of great ideas for how to skinny up the sugar. And Cynthia realized, commercially, this is something my mom figured out too, commercially prepared yogurt can be sugar skinnied up. Yogurt can be sugar skinnied up. And so now she does 0%, so it's fat-free Greek yogurt, and she adds her own sweetener to taste. So her comment was something that I never really thought about. Commercially prepared yogurt sometimes is too sweet. Some of the flavors are too sweet. So the fact that Cynthia is sweetening her own yogurt means that she's determining, the level of sweetness. I thought that was a great idea. Melinda killed 2 birds with 1 stone. Not that Melinda or I would ever kill a bird. Okay, I just want to make that clear. So she's killing 2 birds with 1 stone. Just kidding. And she got her sweet fix by without adding sugar, and she snuck in some water. So and water's the topic for this week. So she snuck in some water too when she swung through Sonic and got a diet strawberry limeade. And if you don't have a Sonic near you, hello Linda. If you don't have a Sonic near you, bless your heart. They have the best ice, and it makes everything so super cold. So congratulations. I'm jealous of the Sonic strawberry limeade. And then Marianne uses monk fruit or stevia sweeteners, and I know Orlando Debbie prefers monk fruit. I'm pretty sure. Correct me if I'm wrong, Debbie. But she prefers monk fruit or stevia sweeteners in her treats and drinks because she doesn't like the aftertaste of artificial sweeteners. So a lot of people have very specific feelings, about artificial sweeteners, and some of them do leave an aftertaste. Some of them are objectionable to some people. It's kind of like cilantro. Some of them are objectionable to some people and not to other people. But that was how Marianne resolved that, is she just started using monk fruit or stevia. Doesn't leave an aftertaste for her. Okay, so congratulations everybody who did your homework. Here are your extra Bravo stickers for those, and Casey's Bravo sticker that she made for last week was super cute. If you did not get it yet, you still have time to go and collect that Bravo sticker. Okay. This week we are still talking about what happens in your body when you eat and drink. And we are talking about, so wait, I have a question. So Loretta just said, I can't do artificial sweeteners. So you mean like taste, or like you can't have artificial sweeteners? And if it's that you can't have them, I'm curious if you have tried anything else like monk fruit or stevia or a different, not technically artificial sweetener. Hello, Vicki. And if you can have it. So I know that's going to be a question that somebody's going to have. So I'm just curious, which one it is, if you wouldn't mind to answer that. So this week we're talking about water, and I entitled this H2O Go. So there's lots of rumors about water and things that water does for you or doesn't do for you, or what you should or shouldn't do with water. I actually got a little antsy in our Tuesday night meeting last week with Gwen because she said, can't have, okay, Loretta says can't have, oh, she can't have it, okay, and she likes monk fruit, but she doesn't really use much sugar. Okay, so Loretta can't have artificial sweeteners, but she finds monk fruit, is an acceptable substitute. That's great to know. And it's a weird consistency, though. Do you find that? I mean, I haven't used it a whole lot, but anyway, I think it's a weird consistency. So I got a little jumpy, antsy, I don't know what you want to call it, in our Tuesday night meeting, because Gwen was dispelling some myths that exist about water. And I disagreed with one of them. One of them, the statement was, and I'm not going to, I don't remember what it was, but the statement was that basically that water, blah, 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 and the answer, and it was false. It was false. And I said, no. I said, okay, hold on a second. And I said, that's like an all or nothing statement. So I'm gonna interrupt you and say that not in all cases, and hello Barbara, it's good to see you, that in not all cases. And she was like, okay, calm down, Kelly. Okay, so I'm just gonna say we've all heard all of the water myths. Some of them were true and some of them were not. Over the years, things like drinking water makes you fuller. I don't know. Apparently that's a myth. I think drinking water makes me fuller. I think it makes me eat less. My mom thought the same thing. She was, again, 120 something pounds overweight after she stopped smoking, and she had always just eaten her food and then would drink something. So when she switched, she went to eat a couple of bites of food, take a sip of her water or her unsweet tea, eat a couple of bites of food, drink a sip of water. She swore that it made her feel fuller. I think it makes me feel fuller, but apparently that's a myth. Then this one, you have to drink 6 glasses of water a day. Oh wait, 8 glasses of water a day. Oh wait, 6 glasses of water a day. I don't even know what the recommendation is right now, but that's another one. You've all heard that one. And I've heard this a lot, that consuming any other beverage besides just plain water doesn't count as water. So I don't know. Are the rumors true? I have no idea. Is there a minimum amount that you should drink? Don't know anymore. And what happens if you don't drink any water at all? So what if you don't drink any just water at all? What happens? I don't know. What I can tell you though, myths about water will come and go. So they're gonna, whoever they is, they switch stuff all the time. But so the rumors will come and go, myths will come and go, and they'll probably come again. They'll all circle back around. But what I can tell you with the utmost, Deborah, you're right on the money. What I can tell you with the utmost certainty, so I am absolutely confident about the statements I'm getting ready to make. You can get water from other sources besides just plain water. You can do that. That's absolutely true. Water does help your body flush out waste. That's number 1 and number 2. Okay? So water is very important to flush out waste, number 1 and number 2. And we've had many, many discussions about number 2. And that's my favorite thing to ask people when they say, oh, I don't feel good. I'm going, when was the last time you pooped? So number 1 and number 2, water is extremely important for that. It also helps regulate your body temperature. Don't know if you thought about that or not. It's very important for a lot of major bodily functions. You need it. So you need water in some form. A lot of supplements and medications, I don't know if you've noticed it or not, but if you actually read the instructions on them, they say, if you read the instructions on the medication, there's a lot of medication that says take with a full glass of water. And that's because the active ingredient doesn't become active until you've had a complete glass of water. Things like Mucinex, it needs to become, and hello Sandra from Demons Ferry, things like Mucinex, you need to drink an entire glass of water with it, because you need that much water to make it start working and thinning out the mucus. So there are a lot of oh, John says, oh goodness, I love the goat. Not sure what that means. What goat? Is there a goat somewhere, or is somebody talking about a goat? Okay, anyway. So a lot of medications, you need to drink a full glass of water with it. Okay, and consuming more water can fight off some illnesses like constipation. Constipation is an illness. It's not, people just think, oh, it's just constipation. It's actually an illness, and it can become a chronic illness. But it can fight off things like, haunted mansion. Oh my gosh, I just realized what John was talking about. Okay, so John, I'm going to sidetrack for just a second because y'all know how I love to do that. John and Alyssa must be watching Muppets Haunted Mansion, and there's a goat in there that screams, and it is hilarious. So if you haven't seen it yet, you need to watch it after the chat, not during the chat. Okay, so things like constipation, dehydration. A lot of you also, I've seen a lot of people, coming up, dehydration. So it does help, aid. It helps keep you from getting dehydrated. It helps with kidney stones, urinary tract infections. Hello, Evie. Kidney stones, urinary tract infections, and it can even help with hypertension. So there are a lot of things. Oh, yep, Roberta says helps with leg cramps. Exactly right. Melinda says IBS. Yeah, it helps with IBS. That's exactly right. There are a whole lot of things that water helps with. And while you can't survive very long without water, there have been cases of people making it months, with only water. No access to food, only water. But people have survived months just drinking water. Don't want to try. Okay. But every person's different. Everybody needs to find their own water, kind of what their water table level is. That's why I said I have no idea what the recommended minimum amount is. I think you'll figure out pretty quick what your minimum is, because you start to feel lethargic, headache, maybe, loose skin. That is a good indicator that you're not quite at your own personal water level. John drinks way more water than I do, way more, and he needs it and he kind of craves it because that's what he runs on. Everybody's is going to be different. So an athlete that's training is going to need a different amount of water than somebody who maybe is, sedentary most of the day. But here are some tips and tricks to find out the right amount for you. So first, keep track. So there are fun things like, the big jugs that have the, drink blah, 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 blah. I'm setting an alarm on your phone. There's a water tracker on your WW app. So remember when we used to circle the little box or fill in the little circles for water, or the little boxes that we had to fill in for water. So now there's a water tracker on your app again, or there are fun apps like Plant Nanny and Aqualert. And the Plant Nanny, if you don't drink your water and feed your plant or water your plant, it will die. So that would encourage you to get your water in. You can use food, things like grapes, cucumbers, watermelon, celery. There's a whole lot of 0 point foods that contain a lot of water. So you can use those kinds of things to help keep you hydrated, and you can make it fun. So you can do things like adding frozen fruit, flavored drops, use some powders like Everly, or you can even switch to a non-caloric fizzy drink, if you want to do that to help. So your homework for this week is #H2OGO, and you're going to find one, and you may already have it. You may already know what it is, and that would just get you that far ahead on your homework. But you're going to find one way to either add a little more H2O in your day or to track it. So like if you go ahead and get the Plant Nanny app, or if you say, I'm going to set an alarm on my phone, or whatever, then go ahead and post that and you will have done your homework and you can already check it off. This is like the world's easiest homework because, it's going to be super easy. So go ahead and snap it, type it, take a picture of it, do a screenshot, something, and go ahead and post it. So that we know that you did your homework. And if you're on Instagram, you just tag me at IfYouHaveAnEgg and I will see it. If you're on WW Connect, also at IfYouHaveAnEgg. If you are on this page, this public page where our chats are, you can just do it and I'll see it. Or if you're over in our closed group, thank you, Lynn, for posting that. And if you are in our closed group, if you will tag at Kelly Green Milligan, then I'll find it. So there's so many ways to do it. And on YouTube, so if you go over and do it on YouTube, I will see it because I get an automatic notification of that. Okay, so speaking of H2O, of #H2OGO, we are at the halfway mark. And if you are brand new, this is where all of us are going to drink some water. And let's see, Deborah says Plant Auntie. Are you serious? Oh yeah, it's called, it's Plant Nanny, Nanny. So it's called Plant Nanny, Nanny. And if you don't drink your water and water your plant, it will die. And it's very upsetting. It's kind of like one of those little Neopets, and after you run through a couple of those, you just stop buying them. Okay, so, okay, Kathy says she runs a lot of water through her coffee grounds. That counts now. So that's super exciting news for those of us who do the same thing and run a lot of water through our coffee grounds. So everybody stop and get a drink of water. Yes, Kim, Plant Nanny app. That's exactly right. So one thing I found, it's the weirdest thing. I love ice and apple juice. Don't ask. But I don't like ice in my water. I do like it cold. So we have a Crystal Springs water system here at work, here at Casey Kitchen Center. Because I do like it cold, and yes, Deborah, exactly. I do like it cold, and I'm totally fine. And I like it room temperature too. I'm a-okay drinking it room temperature. But everybody take another sip of your water and check your Plant Nanny app. And then this is the point in the middle. So if you are brand new, this is where I put on the apron so that Casey knows where to divide this up. So if you need to go back and watch this later, you certainly can on YouTube. Casey's going to have this posted either on Monday or Tuesday, depending on how Bo is, how cooperative she is, and she will get this posted. And if you want to watch the whole, like if you missed it and you want to watch the whole thing again, and oh, that's so funny. Carol Lou says she can only drink water through a straw. That's hilarious. But hey, so post that. Just post a picture of a straw, and that will be your homework, and you will have done your homework for the week, okay? But anyway, so yeah, so when Casey gets this posted, if you want to watch the whole thing or if you need to watch the whole chat, it's an hour long. So if you've got an hour to invest watching, you'll notice start at the beginning when I just have on the green shirt. For new people, if you only want to watch the second half, so the first half is classroom, second half is fun stuff, and tonight we are making something, and we're doing something super fun. I'm like super pumped about this tonight. But anyway, if you just want to watch the second half, it's when I put the apron on. And that's how Casey knows to switch. And when we cook, it keeps me from getting it all over my clothes. So the second half of tonight's chat. So in the first half of tonight's chat, we were talking about adding water to things. The second half of tonight's chat, we are, oh my gosh. Okay, so a couple people asked me to try this product out. I am super excited. I'm super excited about this. And I'm happy to introduce to you Super Cubes. And Super Cubes is spelled S-O-U-P-E-R. So Super Cubes look like this. And they come in a couple of different sizes, actually 4 different sizes. And we do have these at Casey Kitchen Center, and that's just shopcaseykitchen.com. You can either go to shopcaseykitchen.com or you can go to IfYouHaveAnEgg.com and go to the shopping section, and you can find these. Okay, Carol Lou, just wait. I mean, oh my gosh. I'm serious. I have not been this excited since I got my first air fryer. Okay, and I have 3 air fryers now. No, I have 4. 2, 3, 4. I have 4 air fryers now. I went ahead and got the whole big set. So these are, let me just tell you a little bit of information about them. And like, I can't stop thinking about them. Literally cannot stop thinking about them and can't stop talking about them. I don't know. I'm that excited. So, the little blurb from Super Cubes is, Super Cubes make freezing and storing foods of all kinds in measured proportions, easy and convenient. Reduce your food waste by freezing in individual portions. Enhance your meal prep with variety and homemade items. Store your food efficiently in the freezer. Share homemade food easily with family and friends. And it says, our patented and patent-pending trays are made from thick FDA food-grade silicone. Okay, that's what I wanted y'all to, that's the first thing I wanted y'all to see. So this is food-grade silicone, so it is okay to put food in these. And sturdy with steel-reinforced rims to maintain their shape and prevent spills. Each compartment has fill lines, and I'll show you those in a second. Each compartment has fill lines in both standard and metric units. So if you prefer metric over standard, there you go. 8 cups fit in a gallon-sized freezer bag. We're going to talk about that in a second. And the snug-fitting lid prevents spills and absorption of freezer odors, plus enables easy stacking. They are dishwasher safe, food-grade silicone. Don't put them in the microwave though, okay? So don't stick them in the microwave. They're BPA-free, they are stackable, and they are oven-safe up to 415 degrees, not the lid. And Debbie says they don't stain. That's awesome news. Okay, so this is the lid. So don't put the lid in the oven, okay? So the bottom part is safe in the oven up to 415 degrees. You can put them in the freezer. So awesome. And the color is beautiful. And yes, they only come in this color, or this is the only color we have. So if they come in other colors, sorry, this is the color that we have. And this one is a 1 cup. So I know that because right here, there's a line at the top of this that says 1 cup, and there's a line halfway down that says a half of a cup. And then on the other side, the line at the top says 250 milliliters. And then the one, of course it's half, 125 milliliters in there. They're flexible. Yes, hot and cold foods. So they're flexible on the bottom, but look how rigid the top is. So the reason you can't put them in the microwave is because it has this metal rim inside of this to keep them stiff. Then when you snap the lid on, there and stack them, they're also going to be, sturdy. So they're going to stack like this. This one is a 2 cup, and it says 2 cups right here, and it says 1 cup right here. Again, very flexible in the bottom, and it's already measured out for you. So here's what I'm so excited about. We just talked, well, not the only thing that I'm so excited about. My brain was going 150 miles a minute when I got these. So when I saw them and was asked to try them out, I thought, yeah, okay, great. That's something new. Yeah, great. Okay, awesome. How exciting can it be? And I don't do that much food prep. But then once I got them and looked at them and I don't know, I just realized what I had here in my hands. My mind went crazy. So again, we do have these here at KC Kitchen Center. So if you're in Knoxville, just pop on by because we have them in stock. And if you are online, if you're doing this online, you can shop at shopkckitchen.com or IfYouHaveAnEgg.com. So I'm going to go grab something. I'll be right back. Sadly, I don't have my freezer right here next to me. So I'm going to go grab this and I'll be right back. Don't run off. I am coming. Okay, since we were talking about water today, I went ahead and made some ice cubes that have fruit in them, but I also made some ice cubes that have fresh herbs in them. So all I did was I just got a fruit mix at oh yeah, and Trish says the smaller ones would be great for Casey to use if she does and makes her own baby food. You're exactly right, Trish. See, I hadn't even thought of that. There's like a million things that you could do with these. So I don't do a lot of food prep, but I can do food prep in this. I'm serious. Anyway, I'll just keep talking because I'm so excited. So I just got like a mixed, and yes, you can, Betty Ann. We're gonna talk about that here in just a second. Betty Ann wants to know if you can put soup in it. Sure can. So the first thing I did was just make some fruit ice cubes. So this is just a fruit blend that I got across the street at Food City. And watch this. So I do freeze fruit. I do freeze fruit in ice cube trays. Will not ever be doing that again because watch how easy these pop out. So I hope you can see this. Okay, so what I'm doing is, because they're flexible on the bottom, I'm pushing from the bottom, and look, it literally popped right out. No questions asked. So there's none of this twisting and cracking, and I have broken ice cube trays before, twisting them, trying to get the ice cubes out. Literally just pushed from the bottom, came straight out, and there I've got some beautiful, beautiful frozen fruit ice cubes. For my water. So now I have fun water. So I can check my Plant Nanny. I don't have Plant Nanny. Just kidding. But anyway, did you see how easy those popped out? So the small one is 1 ounce. This little tiny one is 1 ounce or 15 milliliters and 30 milliliters. And it also has a mark on here for 1 tablespoon and 2 tablespoons. So if you wanted to put something in here, like if you needed to freeze some ricotta cheese or something like that, you can tell, because a lot of us buy fat-free ricotta cheese when we can find it, but it's impossible to go through a long, a big tub of it, in that short of a period of time. So you can do a tablespoon or 2 tablespoons, freeze it, and then just push up on the bottom, and it popped out so easy. So then the next thing I did also, so I've got a basil plant, but it's here at work. It's not at home. So I clipped some on the basil plant. Let me turn around and do it with the correct hand. So I clipped some on the basil plant, and there you go. Clipped off some leaves, froze them in there, and now I've got fresh frozen basil, and I did that with some chives too. So I've got fresh frozen basil, and yes, the little one has a lid too. So all of the lids, the tops of them are the same size. So where did I put the lid? Hold on just a second. So the lid will fit on this one too. So you get 4 trays in this kit, and you get 4 lids. We also have just the 1 cup trays. But so now the rest of this fruit and the rest of these herbs can go back in the freezer, and I will have them ready to go. So you could freeze, if you could freeze garlic and have it ready, and just have it ready to go. The second thing I did, this one is a half a cup. So it comes in a set of 4, and the set of, you can either get a set of 4 and the set of, hello Dusty. Dusty's like, I think we're getting ready to have food. Yes, and Lynn saw you. So the set of 4, they're called super cubes, and it's SOUPER, Sandra. Let me see. It might be easier to see it on this blue. I don't know. Can you all see that? I don't know if you can see that or not, but it's called super cubes, SOUPER. And we do have them on kckitchencenter.com or shopkckitchen.com. I know. Okay, so yeah. So Debbie said freeze coffee cubes for your iced coffee. Exactly. Once you start, your brain is going to go, okay, it's just going to explode with ideas. So, okay, good. We still have almost 20 minutes left. Okay. So if you get the set of 4, it has the 2 tablespoon one that I made the ice cubes in, the frozen fruit and the herb ice cubes in, and it has one that's a half a cup, and thank you Trish, and it has one that's 1 cup, and it has a tray that's a 2 cup. There's also just a 1 cup, like if you just need to be able to do 1 cup or a half a cup at a time, don't want to, just want to try it out first, it also comes just like this on our website. So the next thing I did, I love pumpkin flavored things, and I like putting pumpkin in things, but I open the can and then I end up not using all of it because it's, what I'm making hardly ever calls for an entire can of pumpkin, and I might just need a little bit. So the next thing I did is I took a can of pumpkin. I got a big can of pumpkin this time because I was going to be dividing it up, and look what I did. I scooped it out. So I took a big can of pumpkin and I scooped it out, and my hands are warm, so it's probably going to melt. But I have made I've made half a cup frozen pumpkin cubes. And now I get to lick the pumpkin. But I've made half a cup frozen pumpkin cubes. And I just want to point out that you can fit what I was reading off here, and I'm going to be showing you, in a few days as I take all these things out, you could get at least 2 of these in a gallon Ziploc bag, freezer bag. And so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I could get 12. I mean, I could just do 6 because that's all I did. So I can put 6 half cup frozen cubes of pumpkin in this bag, but I could get up to 12 in here. So I could get 12 half cups in here. Okay. So I'm super excited about that. So this is going to go back in the freezer, and then I'll be putting this in one of the Ziploc bags, one of the freezer bags, so that I have it, and because I've got so many things that I want to put in these that I can't stand it. Okay. So Debbie, and I think a couple other people were talking about this. We're talking about soup. Literally the first thing I thought was, oh, it's taco soup season. It is taco soup season. It's also white bean chicken chili season. It is also pasta e fagioli season. It is so many soup seasons. Here's my problem with taco soup and white bean chicken chili. When I make it, I make too much, and Betty Ann's exactly right. This is so I bought this for myself for Christmas, okay? So I just want to hang out myself a Christmas present. Here's my problem with taco soup. I don't do this so much with chili, but with taco soup or white bean chicken chili, regular chili, with white bean chicken chili, if I make it, I make way too much. Like it barely fits in the big crock pot that we have. And I make way too much of it, and then I will eat it until I pass out. Okay. So, I mean, I can't, I don't know. Those are two soups that I'm unable to control myself. I will eat the biggest bowl of it. So when I realized, hey, it's taco soup season and I have super cubes, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make some taco soup, and I'm also going to make some white bean chicken chili, and I'm going to put it in here because you can put it in here hot, and then stick it in the freezer, let it freeze. And this one is the 1 cup size. So remember, on KC Kitchen Center, on kckitchencenter.com or shopkckitchen.com, or IfYouHaveAnEgg.com, and you go to the shopping section, you can find these just the 1 cup by itself, or you can find the whole set of 4 there. But the 1 cup one is great if you just want to try it, if you're not, just not sure. And then you can get yourself the other one later and give this to a friend. So we actually had a lady in here for the market. So we had one of our markets markets at KC last week. And I had a lady in here, and she's buying one for each of her friends that she buys them same or similar things every year for Christmas. And she got the big hat boxes at Hobby Lobby. And so she got them each one of these. And one of the friends that she got this for doesn't cook, but we were talking about she does make soup. She does. There were some other, she does like to make banana bread, but she doesn't cook. So she's not going to be using it for a lot. But we also talked about things that she buys that she might want to divide up. Instead of eating the whole thing, she could divide them up, freeze them, and she could have them ready to go. So what I'm going to do with this, with the taco soup and the white bean chicken chili, is when I make it the next time, I'm going to freeze some of the 1 cup ones, so that when I want, a cup is a nice serving of either one of those. So when I want some of that, it'll be frozen. You can get 4 of these. I'm sorry, you can get, I think it's 8 of these. Let me see how many she says. You can get 8 cups. Yeah. So you can get 8 of these. So 8 of the 1 cup size will fit in a gallon Ziploc bag. So I'm going to be using these so much that I won't be able to store the food in these, but I can get 8 cups of chili. So I'll be able to get 8 cups of chili, of frozen white bean chicken chili or taco soup, in a gallon Ziploc bag, and then just slide that in the freezer, and I can have a stack of different soups that I want. And if I want some, I'll have a cup of taco soup tonight, I can pull that out and just microwave or heat up 1 cup. Or I will also probably do a few of the 2 cups, because if the white bean chicken chili or the taco soup is going to be my main meal for that, for that meal, it's going to be the main thing for that meal, then I am going to, do that. And Betty and I have not put the white bean chicken chili recipe on the website. You know what? Sounds like I need to make some white bean chicken chili this week and then put it on the website. So that way you can see it on both. But I'll be using that. So this is the 2 cup size, and 2 cups. Look at this. So if you divide this in half, that's a bowl of soup. So if that was going to be your main thing, you could use the main thing at that meal, you could use the 2 cup size, and they'll already be in the freezer ready to go. You don't have to make them, and you don't have to worry about, throwing part of the soup out, because I make so much. Oh, and Loretta, it tastes great. I freeze chili all the time, but I usually freeze it in something, hi Alicia. I usually freeze it in something that's not easily stacked in the freezer. And so I end up with all these containers, all these plastic containers that are going to crack and split and fall apart. Not anymore. Super, super pumped about this. Also, I figured out while I was looking at these, the little tortillas that John and I have been eating. So we have completely switched now to the La Banderita carb counter tacos, or little taco shells. So John's been getting the snack size or the street taco size. So these are the street taco size, and I thought, you know what? I bet that will just fit in there. And look, so this is the La Banderita carb counter, and you can have like 3 of these for $1, I think. Carb counter street taco. If you fold one of those up, like if you sprayed it with a little bit of nonstick spray, it just fits down in there. So you could bake this. Remember, you could put 4 of these in here, and you could make your own taco shells. So you could have, you could spritz them a little bit, and I'll make them maybe sometime next week and show y'all how to do that. But you could put, 4 of these in here, and it would be like a little over a point, and you could go ahead and make your own taco shells, and do that. Or if you wanted to go ahead and fill them, you could fill them with stuff, like you could fill them with maybe some hash browns, or you could, and I found these. Okay, so Kathy needs to know where I found these. Well, we live in Knoxville, and so I found these at Food City. And let's see, Trish wants to know what section they are under. I'm really not sure. You'll have to search. You'll have to search for Super Cubes. Okay, I'm going to quit listening to you all for just a second. We have just a few minutes. Let me see if I can find it for you here. Let's see. So let me just go real quick and find this for you. If you go to search, you go to shop. Let me see what section she put it in. So there is, I don't know if you know this or not, but there is a new search feature. So there's a little search feature down here at the bottom that you can use, but I was going to look and see if I can find them just to help you out, but I think I'm going to have to search. I'm guessing that they are in the kitchen accessories and smallwares. Let me see. Oh, and it's funny. As soon as I hit search, the super cubes came up. So that must be because they're the newest thing, but as soon as I hit the little search bar, the super cubes came up. Okay, and I'm sorry, I missed a comment. So somebody said, maybe we'll get caught up here in just a second. I missed a comment and I'm so sorry. Oh, Penny says if you have a vacuum sealer, you can freeze in a custom sized bag for an individual serving. That's great to know. That is great to know. And somebody else had asked about cooking something, and I'm so sorry I missed that when I was over there looking at the website. But these I got across the street at Food City. So I'm sure other grocery stores carry them, but they are the La Banderita brand, and they are the keto version, the carb counter street tacos. But we love them. I mean, John just makes peanut butter and jelly sandwiches with them. We love them. Okay, so you could make. Oops, I left one out. So you could make little tacos with that. You could fill those. You could put like some eggs and some. Gosh, you could put everything in that, black beans and a little bit of cheese, and you could go ahead and bake them in that and go ahead and make some street tacos. Okay, so I want to spend the last couple of minutes talking to you about one of my favorite things to eat here in Knoxville. So for years and years and years, I don't even know how many years it is, like 30 maybe? Really, probably 30 years. We have had a place here in town called Louie's. And it's Louie's Original Drive-In, and there was a Louie's Original Drive-In on one side of the road, and then there was a Louie's 2, or I don't remember what they called it, but anyway, then there was another one across the street because this place was just so popular that they had to open a second one across the street. And then the city of Knoxville did some rearranging on the interstate and things like that, and one location had to close, and they moved across the street. Louie's is such an icon of Knoxville, Tennessee, that A, if you haven't been, you got to go. B, it didn't matter that they moved it across the street. It didn't matter when that street was closed down, when they were doing, redoing some of the exit for the interstate. Didn't matter, people would still go. Didn't matter if it was COVID, people would still go. Here's the only problem with Louie's. Louie's it's amazing Italian food, but the people who own it are Greek, which I find hilarious. But everything is so greasy and so calorie laden that you just, I don't get to get it very often because it just is, I don't even know, it would be like a million points. So first thing I thought of, and the lady that I was talking to at the market that has the friend that doesn't really cook, I was like, well, does she go to Louie's spaghetti? And she thought it was odd that I specifically chose Louie's. But if we go get, our favorite from Louie's is pepperoni spaghetti. And if we go get it, it comes in a container about this big, and we will eat all of it. We will eat the entire thing. It is that good. So I thought, this lady who doesn't cook could go to Louie's, make a little extra spaghetti to go with it, just spaghetti, mix all that together, and then she could freeze it in this. So I'm going to make my own Louie's pepperoni spaghetti. So I just have, I have an entire box of whole wheat angel hair pasta. I've already cooked it. Yes, whole wheat pasta does get a little clumpy, when it gets cold. So you're just gonna have to bear with me. It's gonna smooth itself out after I add everything else to it. But it's an entire box of whole wheat angel hair pasta. To that, I'm gonna add 3 cups, and that's already cooked. So the pasta is already cooked. Do not overcook whole wheat pasta, or you're just gonna have mush. It will turn into mush if you overcook it. Let me see. Okay, so this is 3 cups of just spaghetti sauce. You can use any kind you want. This one is made with whole tomatoes, and this one is an Italian, pasta sauce. It does have points, and when I get all of this finished, because you all are going to ask me and I'm going to forget to tell you, the points for this after it's done, you're going to make about 12 servings. So the points for this, when it's all said and done, is going to be on blue, it's 8 for a serving. On, blue, it's 8, green, it's 8, and purple, it is 4 points when we get done. So that's an entire box of the whole wheat pasta, and then 3 cups of any brand. You know, check the points though. I mean, because you don't want something that's got a lot of oil in it that's going to add a lot of extra points to it. But it's 3 cups of any brand of spaghetti sauce. Then I made I made some little portobello mushrooms in the air fryer. Oh, and this is another new thing that we have here at Casey Kitchen Center. Food huggers. You know the little food huggers that I love so much to go over the tops of cans and things. They have new tops that go over bowls. So that's glass, and then this is a food hugger. And this thing is, I mean, it is airtight. So there again, if I had liquid in here, this would not come out. But I made some air fryer portobello mushrooms. And I just used took some portobello mushrooms that were already sliced, put a little bit of, spritzed a little bit of olive oil on there, sprinkled on some nutritional yeast, and put in some nutritional yeast, and I put in some Dax Italian seasoning blend. So that was about approximately 2 cups of portobello mushrooms that are already cooked. I'm going to put a little bit more of the Bragg nutritional yeast because the recipe from Louis has a lot of Parmesan cheese in it, and the nutritional yeast kind of gives a Parmesan and panko, kind of a flavor. And then to that, okay, and I'm going all out here since I used the whole wheat pasta, and since I'm trying to lighten up a recipe that I'm going to freeze, I'm going to portion control for myself. So even if you're not much of a food prepper like me, if you need to use this use the super cubes more for portion control, that is me. Because again, I would eat this entire thing, all in one sitting. But to this, and because it's me eating this, I can lick my fingers. To this, I am going to add 80 real pepperonis. So if you needed to lighten this up even more, you can use turkey pepperonis, but because I want this to taste more like Louis spaghetti, I'm using real pepperonis, and I'm going to put 80 pepperonis in here. That's a lot of pepperonis, but Louis spaghetti has a lot of pepperonis in it. It is so fantastic. So I'm not going to put all 80 in at one time because y'all would be here for the next 62 years waiting on me to do this. And I'm trying to figure out if I've accidentally turned comments off. I'm thinking I may have. If somebody could say something, that would be awesome. I think when I popped out and popped back in, I may have accidentally turned the comments off, but I'm not sure. And this would be really good too if you just wanted to put some of the pepperonis in there, stir it up really good, and then go ahead and put it into your super cubes, and you could top it with some. Okay, Melinda says hello. Awesome. Okay, and you could go ahead and top it with some more. And I really should have brought something to wipe my hands on. Thank you, Melinda, for that, and thank you, Tag. But yeah, Carol Lou says little mini pepperonis would be good. They certainly would. So then you're just going to take this, and that little mushroom wanted to be in there first. And so earlier, people were saying, can you put soup in it? And I think Orlando Debbie is the one that said that you could put, she was talking about spaghetti. She was talking about things like that. You certainly can put that, put that in here. So basically, because we are almost out of time, I'm just going to do one more just to show you all what it's going to look like. So I'm going to make some 1-cup portions and freeze those. And then I'm also going to make some 2-cup portions. And then you can just add the pepperonis to the top if you want to. Get that all crammed down in there. And remember, Orlando Debbie said that, I know it makes me want spaghetti too. Remember, Orlando Debbie said that they don't stain. So this should be really, really good coming out. So I'm just going to continue doing this and make some 1-cup things of spaghetti, so that if I just want a cup of spaghetti, a cup of pepperoni spaghetti, I can pull it out, and I'm going to make a couple of the 2-point ones. And I did want to say I'm going to be topping those with cilantro microgreens. We found cilantro microgreens. I'm so anxious to taste these. These are from Little Row Farms in Seymour, Tennessee, near here. If you get a chance to try them, so excited. So I'll be putting this on here when I actually get these out to eat. But I hope y'all enjoyed this. Pepperoni spaghetti is the bomb. If you've never had it, I hope you will try it. If you are here in Knoxville, I hope you will go by once and frequent Louis. But I'm super excited about the super cubes. So everybody have a great week. If you are watching this on YouTube, please go ahead and let the next video roll over. If you haven't subscribed, you can do that down here. You can go ahead and click down here and subscribe, and just click that little bell to make sure that you're notified next time. But y'all have an amazing and fantastic week, and be prepared to see lots of spaghetti eating this week. And I will do the white bean chicken chili here soon so that we can get some of it in the freezer. I've never been so excited about meal prepping before, and so I can get some of it in the freezer and I can also get it on the website. But y'all have a great week, and I will see you next time. Good night.